Hi, this is Peter Chestnut, and this is the first interview on Imperial Valley Live Music with Random Article. So, I'm going to leave it up to them, start with the questions. Okay, intro the band members, here from the left to right.
I'm Buddy, manager.
I'm Glenn Justice.
Jonathan Estrada.
Carlos Pizzola.
There you go. These guys are the winners of the latest Barberworth Country Club Battle of the Bands 2014. So, right off the bat, how long have you guys been playing music together?
About 2 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
Together, as a band.
Together as a band, coming up on 2.5 years.
But as family members, how long?
Well, us three, I've been playing with him since I don't know, like 13, and then started playing with Glenn
About 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
When I started playing.
So great. So within 2 years in this band's been formed. Okay. So now going from Buddy across, who are your influences, individually influencing you music-wise?
Influences, I don't know, I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of old stuff like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Because Buddy plays bass.
I play bass. Yeah, I like Victor Wooten. I like to follow his stuff and Flea.
Nice.
A lot of stuff. I don't know.
Well, first, I mean, it'd have to be my family. There's everyone that's got like our bloodline is like has something to do with music, whether it's singing, whether it's playing, whether it's writing. But for like recording artists, it'd probably have to be like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Santana, Jose Feliciano, all those kind of guys.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright.
That's a long list.
My influences are pretty much rely on different varieties of genres. We can go all the way to Chicago. We can go from Guess Who, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sorry. Then we go all the way to Spanish rock, which is most likely Maná. Then we have goes into metal, which I like a lot of System of a Down, Slipknot, Lamb of God, Slayer. So pretty much the drummer, the beat, which carries on because I am the drummer, is what influences me on like kind of keeping that time and being the drummer amongst these guys.
That's tight. As far as for me being the lead singer and lead guitarist, I guess some influences would have to be like Glenn said, family. My dad, Hector Ramos, he's pretty much like a really big influence on making me want to sing. And then just people that I like right now. Definitely like Alan Stone is one of the ones I like right now. Brandon Boyd from Incubus, Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake. I like to take certain things from them and try to like make it to my own. And then pretty much I think everyone here in the band influences each other. I mean, we kind of feed off each other. I mean, we go to like from him and me, different times, different genres, and then now we're all like a whole totally different thing. So we pretty much always influence ourselves little by little.
It's random.
What's your next project or future project? What are you working on?
I guess.
I mean, I'm continuing to write songs. I mean, the next thing that we have to do is just get to practicing them more, maybe at the same pace that I'm writing them, so we can like.
Maybe a couple of things we got coming up is just trying to knock out more original music, get into the studio, record that, play more shows.
Yeah, move farther up to bigger venues and.
So you guys are playing Giddy Ups in Yuma tomorrow night, and you're playing at Hot Rods and Beer on Saturday night for the.
Yeah.
All right, good.
We got a showcase also on April 12th in San Diego.
Okay.
Mueller College.
Where's that?
Mueller College.
Mueller College. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's where it comes down to: what or where does the term random article come from? Because people don't know.
That's between him and me because like, he was the one that we were trying to come up with names, and I don't know. It's like it comes down to the fact that we couldn't think of a name.
What was a Facebook thing? Like, it told you how to take a certain number of your birthdays and your years.
Yeah, like it was too complicated.
Yeah.
It was too complicated, and then he told me about this thing on Wikipedia that like a lot of bands take like a one word, like something they like, and then they would type it in this little icon.
Or you would just click the button.
Click the button,
and it sends you
and it sends you to like it gives you like options of words with that.
Band name generator.
Yeah, band name generator. So, but then honestly, we couldn't think of anything, and then the button that you actually have to click is called random article. And then it kind of just, I asked him, I was like, what about random articles? Like, and he was like, it's kind of long. But I'm like, it sounds kind of
Different.
Different. Sounds different.
And it kind of just stuck. I mean, after a while, people would tell us, yeah, it's a cool name. Maybe it is a little too long, but I mean, you got bands that names like Queen of the Stone Age. Those are 4 words. You got like long people's names like Two Door Cinema Club. You got bands like that. So I mean, Random Article, I think is a pretty good name.
And the way I think about it, that it can actually work with us is that when you think about individuals, we're all pretty random when it comes to genres. I mean, I would say he's an R&B guy, singer. This guy's a metal drummer. I'm a blues guitarist, and I would say that he's like a punk. He liked really a lot of punk music.
Punk and R&B,
Yeah.
So we're all.
He's not even the bass.
He wasn't even the bass player. I had to pretty much teach him how to play bass.
So I mean, random. I guess that works for us too.
Good. Okay, so individually, your best moment of playing live so far, what was it?
This moment playing
I'm gonna
live.
start. Well, I guess for me, would have to be I want to say the very first gig we had. It was it was at Amigo Room. Now it's called Viper Room.
Now it's just
I'm not
closed
saying
down.
it's not saying that it's the best one, but it's the most. It's the very first time we all played as a band, and he played this cajon and bongos. Glenn was playing my grandfather's guitar. He was playing a bass with a music stand, music right there in front of him, shit like that, and I was singing.
I still messed it all
And
up.
I don't know how many times all of us would mess up. I would mess up. He would mess up. Whatever it is, and it's just. But we
That was
finished.
your beginning, so you felt
It was the beginning, and it actually felt like kind of cool because we played for 3 hours, and we were like, all right, I guess that's what we're gonna do. I guess
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. But maybe like
What's that?
the most like pinnacle up until this point right now, I guess this recent one we just had in Los Angeles for the Beverly Hills Wisher for the National Hispanic Media Coalition, and it was for this award ceremony for the actors and like directors and stuff like that. And we were just background music, but we had a little spot where they gave us our little 5 minutes of fame, and we got to play an original song that we wrote, or Glenn wrote, and we all just shined for like a little bit, and I think we kind of made an impact a little bit, if that.
I think my favorite wasn't a big venue, but we played together at a bar. Was it? Oh, it was Hot Rods, and we had like a big crowd, and it was just really energetic for them, really energetic for us. Glenn was jumping up and down. Jonathan was going extra
Breaking
crazy on
strings.
drums. Yeah, that night, I think I broke a bass string that night. I'm not sure if it was that night or not, but yeah, that's got to be one of my favorite times. It was a really energetic gig.
I mean, really, any time that you play, I mean, when you get into a bar and you get into a venue and there's people there and they actually appreciate what you're doing, and you're not just a jukebox playing, and they actually see that you're putting a lot of effort and energy and a lot of at least soul into it. I mean, I like when people can appreciate that and they vibe off of it, and it makes us play even better, I think.
I got a couple, like maybe 3 places. Recently, one played was at the Wilshire Hotel. That's pretty much something where like they have a good system. You have a lot of people. The whole place, the whole city is like musically inclined. I also we played at a Pasadena Convention Center. I like that one too. I mean, we had a really good system, which always, if you sound good, I mean, it makes you want
That
to
was
play
the first
more.
time he sounded like really good on his drum set. We were like, wow, that's what it's supposed to sound like?
And then last year I got the opportunity to play at House of Blues. That's another place that's meant for music. So I mean, you got people that are really professional that know how to hook you up, make you sound even better than what you actually play. Might as well just press play. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty much those 3 places.
The Matt keeps going on.
Yeah, background music by Matt Suarez, by the way.
That's what the blues.
Pretty much.
The Matt Suarez
Yeah.
experiment.
Exactly.
He's the next interview.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the worst moment of playing so far?
Oh, I got a couple.
This is a 10-minute interview, so make your worst one.
Us 3 can relate. We
I think I know.
I was a freshman. I was a freshman in high school, and we were in this band. Me and him were in this band. Carlos wasn't actually in the band.
Oh,
11 people.
don't say that.
Yeah, I'll say the name.
I'm just saying the
You
name.
knew the 11 people showed up?
There was like 15 people on that stage.
Oh.
At one point.
You can see me in the back. You can probably see my head. But there's 15 people. We had to fit onto a stage meant for us people.
Oh, there's 15 members in the band?
15
party?
members in the band.
Yeah, there
Oh, I
was
think like 50 people showed up.
no 15 on stage.
Wow, 15?
And,
About 6 guitars.
6 guitars, 4 lead singers, 2 percussionists,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of people shaking eggs and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
and you go to events and it's cool and everything, but then you play and then you can't hear me. The singer is ridiculously loud. The rhythm guitar is way too loud than it should be.
It's like 6 bands on stage at once.
I think the worst one for us as a band. I think the one time. I want to say it's the one time, and I got real sick. Like I couldn't even.
Ooh, I remember that.
I thought I was getting meningitis because it was so bad. And then he was in the middle of doing a solo for Hotel California, and I just said, cut it. I said, cut the solo
Time to
in
go.
half because I gotta go. I
Time
can't
to
do
go.
it no more.
Heroin.
That was probably one.
Should have took heroin that week. Oh my gosh. Alright. So what was the first album you bought with your own money? And tell us about your influence. What was the first album you bought?
I bought 2. It was run from Maná, Sueños Líquidos, and right after that one it was Issues from Korn.
I think my first one was actually. I want to say it was Issues as well from Korn, or I think it might have been.
Was that like
No,
7th grade?
no, it was the first album, the self-titled Korn album. That was the first one I had.
I had the tape.
And then Make Yourself from Incubus. That was my. I think I went out and my mom told me I couldn't because it had parental advisory, and I was like, I want it. And it's really good.
I
Man.
want it.
That was the first one.
Mine would have to be. It's not like a.
Old
Or
one?
yeah, it's very old. It's very old.
For you? No, I mean,
For all of us. No, I bought the very best of Ray Charles.
wow, nice. That's
Very, very old school, but I liked it, and I liked his. I still like Ray Charles' voice. If I could sing,
I have that.
if I could sing half the way he sang, I mean, I would.
Well,
But that was my first
when you do
album.
sing, trust me, you're
And I was, and I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
8. Nice.
Really
8.
weird for an 8-year-old to listen
Yeah,
to Ray
Ray
Charles.
Charles.
What
You're just
is
really
that,
weird.
like 2nd grade?
No, he was
Eighth
third grade.
grade. It's like
Third
third
grade.
grade.
Third grade.
Second, right? You let me finish.
We were in obviously junior high, like
Yeah.
or 8th grade.
Mine had to be a Barney CD. No, it was
Person
Dude Ranch.
sponsor you that way?
Dude Ranch.
Blink 182 was my first CD that I bought.
Barney. Grab Barney's greatest hits.
Barney and Friends touch
You
each
bought it
other.
at 2 years old.
Touch each other. You know why? Because we all know nothing can kill the
You can,
grimace.
you can
That's
take
how
that.
it's
You can edit that part out of the.
No, that stays. That stays. Okay, so what was, now that you've got money, what was the last song or album that you purchased? Like on iTunes or something you bought album-wise?
Last one I just got would have to be Pharrell Williams' new album that just came out, which just got it like about last week. I don't even know the name of the album. Oh, Girls.
The very last one I bought was actually Justin Timberlake's 2020 experience, but 202. He had like this first one that was more of like a quartet like band, you know, style. Then this next one came out and it was like his old stuff, hip hop mixing with his R&B, and I really like that one better.
The last CD that I bought, me and Jonathan actually went and bought it. It was a
Queen.
yeah, Best of Queen.
Nice. Nice. Got that one too.
Triple CD.
Triple CD, yeah.
Oh yeah, the folk,
That
man.
was pretty good.
You gotta respect, bro. You gotta respect the classics.
Freddie Mercury, man. That should be.
I can't remember my last CD. Jonathan gives me most of my music, so.
He burns it and gives it to him on his little MP3.
21st century, guys.
You're the one that said CD, what?
No, we had to.
All right.
Laserdisc.
So, who are the people would you like to thank up to this point in your career?
Think.
Who would you like to thank up to this
Oh,
point?
I like to thank my family for the most part. I mean, my father got me my first drum set when I was like in 4th grade. It was a little Remo. That was pretty much like a jump start to it. It goes even deeper into like my grandfather's family in Mexicali, that they sponsored me with another drum set so I can just keep like building up. And then along the lines, like more family, just as family involved, where like they try to like, well, everybody's musically inclined, so
But they support
everybody
it.
just, yeah, they just push you towards like you can do better or criticize the hell out of you.
Yeah.
So it's
So
just
they're
like,
the best critics.
yeah, so they
Yeah.
just push you so much
They're
that
They're
you
honest.
just gotta try more and more and more. But yeah, it's pretty
No,
much
that's, I mean, they're the right they're the right type of critics to have. I mean, they're not just you know, oh my God, you guys were great American